a lot more public vetting before it actually becomes.
To me, the differentiation here, Adam, on these data centers is obviously Georgia's been booming for businesses. I don't have to tell you the facility off of I-16 heading to Savannah, but like that plant that creates thousands of jobs. We don't see that with these data centers. We see a big building project, and then we don't see 4,000 jobs at these data centers.
Yeah, the data center here is, the agreement calls for 400 to start. OpenAI has said they will scale to 1,000, and that's what they've done elsewhere where they've been involved in data centers, so they have a little bit of credibility there. The thing that they're using to really sell this to the community is property tax relief. Effingham, yes,
Oh,
that they would cut their property taxes by 6 mils. Their mills are 18, so you're looking at a 33%, but a third cut in terms of your property taxes, both for schools and for your homestead. So that is kind of what's gotten lost. Unfortunately, I think it's a messaging problem on their side because they kind of backdoored this thing and surprised everybody. And at that point, everybody's like, "What?" And
breaking
the
news
whole
sounder.
pros of it kind of get lost. And I think as this goes on and you see more data centers on the coast, and I think you will, I think you're going to see a shift to that.
Yeah, but I did not know that number, Adam. The $1,000, the 1,000 job number with the OpenAI debt. That's a fair. It's not. I thought it was more like 30. Like we have 30 security guards monitoring the cop. That's a significant amount of jobs created. Yeah. Speaking of ports, can I ask a favor, Adam? We've reached out to the Ports Authority. How many times, Deborah?
At least 6 times.
At least 6 times to get. I'm fascinated by the ports, and they won't come on the air with us. So you got any warm contacts over there for us? Please. Done. Done and done. Adam Van Brimmer from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, covering coastal Georgia. Great piece online at ajc.com. If you don't subscribe, folks, you should do it right now. Adam, appreciate your time. Thanks so much. There you go. All right, that makes me feel better about the data centers. Scaling up to 1,000 jobs on an OpenAI. I really thought it was going to be like 30 security guards. Remember when Shelley was a nighttime security guard?
And he slept here.
And he said he would sleep here. Like I was picturing 30 Shelleys walking around the OpenAI. But $1,000 jobs is significant. Congressman Rich McCormick, he's been very vocal on the data center story. He is going to join us live Thursday on the Mark Arum Show. All right, 11:12. We have some breaking news. Joining us live in the studio, friend, colleague, future star, superstar currently, Chinwe Maponia Cook, joined in studio by Thomas Robinson and L.A. Sunshine.
That is hot.
Yeah. Every time I say the word sunshine, I think of Red Fox saying sunshine in Harlem Nights.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
if you're familiar with that,
Right, of
yeah.
course I know exactly.
You don't look like sunshine.
Turn it
from-
into sunshine.
from the movie. You folks are in here promoting Treacherous 3. Chinwe, we'll start with you because I love you. Tell us about Treacherous 3 and what you have to do with it.
Well, I love you too, Mark, but LA Sunshine is an original member of the Treacherous 3. And we're going to talk about that in our play From the Ashes, the musical.
Okay.
And so it's about the birth of hip hop and in the South Bronx and Little Vietnam, as it was called, and the poverty that has stricken and the drugs and the lack of care for the city that spawned the most beautiful art form ever known to man.
Thomas, you're the writer. How did this come to play form?
Ooh, how did it come to play form? I'm driving up to Chicago one day, and I accessed YouTube, heard some of the early recordings, and I just thought, man, this is a wonderful story. So I started diving into it, doing the research, and it became more profound the more I got into it. The sociological conditions that existed at the time that these youth decided to create their own space for expression, for belonging, and then how it rose through their competitive spirit, you know what I mean, and discipline and dedication to an art form that they were developing. I said, man, I got to try to write this.
Is your background as a playwright? Is that your go-to form of
No, it is not.
creativity?
I've always been a writer. I'm an attorney by trade, and so I've
All right.
always.
Cut. Out. You gotta let us know before you come in, counselor. You can't surprise me. I'm sorry.
But
So,
about 2012, I hit a burnout stage, and a good friend of mine who was also an attorney, Ted Johnson, started writing and producing theater, and he brought me to the Atlanta Black Theater Festival, and then I started wanting to write and produce theater, and this was my third or fourth project.
I just love that that is the outlet, that
Yeah.
this is on stage. And so I would imagine I'm vaguely familiar with the hip hop culture. I got a little bit of knowledge there, but it's not just the music, right? It's the graffiti art. There's so many aspects to the culture. Is that something we're gonna see and talk about? LA Sunshine?
You're gonna see a little bit of everything. You're
Yeah.
gonna see the beginning of hip hop's inception. What most people recognize as hip hop, or what it's going to be known as, is something. What we're going to do is going to precede that. All of the hip hop known, Sugar Hill Gang. You know, when you reference hip hop, most people's first recollection, if they even able to go that far, is the Sugar Hill Gang doing
Yeah.
hip hop.
Yeah,
See, there you go.
absolutely. Now, I don't want to give any spoilers for the performance.
You
but,
probably can't.
well, we'll see. I'm going to try here. I'm holding up a fake rendition of a block party flyer
Okay.
that has
All right. Come on,
become
give
a
me some.
huge part of hip hop history.
Give me some.
Are we gonna see?
That's where we're going to. From the
Come on.
Nice.
Come on now.
Nice.
Come
a few,
on
a
now.
few jams.
Yeah.
A
Now,
few
I was
jams.
6, so I did not attend the block party, but I know its historical influence. You know, as what is great to me is because you're going back, 50 some odd years to the origin of this.
Exactly.
We lived this, right? We don't have this for. Oh, Beethoven threw a block party, and that's what kicked off. So this is obviously still a huge part of the culture, and it's living history.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a living history, and it's going to be exemplary of to what hip hop's inception was like.
Yeah.
Starting from 1973, moving to the early 80s, which again precedes most people's hip hop acumen.
Yeah.
They're just not familiar with that. So what we're going to be doing is a lot of stuff that we're going to be reenacting. A lot of things that took place prior to it becoming the global dominant genre of music that it is
All right,
now.
so I don't want to throw shade, but your opinions on the state of hip hop in 2026?
No comment.
The silence was
Counselor?
loud.
I don't want to throw shade either.
So
Is that a leading question? Am I harassing the
No,
witness?
I went from a 15-year-old kid in Springfield, Massachusetts, that embraced these tapes that were coming out of New York.
Mixtapes.
Yeah. To a father of 5 that refused to let my children listen to hip hop.
Really?
To someone who is one of its greatest enthusiasts and appreciators of what it is. And it was created as an expression of our youth.
Mhm.
It continues to be an expression of our youth. We may not like what our youth are expressing, but we really need to address it, and we need to also pull their coat on its inner essence and its beauty. It was founded on 4 principles: peace, love, unity, and having fun. The participants in that generation called each other kings and queens.
Mhm.
And so while they struggled through the period of gang violence and drugs and so forth, as we do today, they had a space that was a little different for hip hop than people see it as today. One of the beauties of my experience with this play is I've been able to connect some of the younger generation of artists with the original generation of
Yeah.
artists like LA Sunshine and Charlie
Well,
Chase.
that should be taught in schools.
It
Yeah.
really
Don't get me
should.
started
No,
with
it
that.
really
Just to
should.
recap, growing up in Springfield, up the horrific strip of pavement that is I-91. We'll get into that later. But my parents actually embraced it because they recognized the samples from music
Wow.
that they listened to.
Mm.
So my mom would be like, what? That's good. And, yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting. All right, Chinwei, tell us where we can buy tickets, where this is being shown, et cetera, et cetera. Et cetera.
So this Thursday, it's in a couple of days, Thursday through Sunday at the Seven Stages Theater in Little Five Points. That's off Moreland Avenue, Euclid Avenue, right in that area, Ragarama, all those little nestled in places. You can get tickets at Eventbrite. You can follow us at From the Ashes 1973 on Instagram to get more information, see the cast, just get more background information. There's also an after party on Saturday night. That information is on Eventbrite as well. So make sure that you go and get your tickets because it's going to be a sold out show, y'all. I know it's 4 days, but they're going to come and go.
All
So
right,
you're going to get it first.
I'll be on the list for the after party.
Absolutely.
You can come meet some of the originators.
Yeah.
I would love to. Yeah, I mean, this Chinwei, this is
Bring your flyer.
This is your-
this is me for sure. So great to see you. Best
You
of luck.
too.
Congratulations. And I'll post all this info on
Thanks for
my
the time,
social
man.
media, and I'll retweet or repost whatever Chinwei does. Great stuff, friends. 11:19 on the Mark Arum Show. We're gonna come back, update our top local stories right now. Gotta check the ride around town. Let's say hello and good morning to Alex Williams.
Mark, not good west side perimeter. Red alert.
Thank you.